Hi, welcome back to my second episode of my stand-up comedy short career. Due to great response from the first one, I'm back. So our household we're a little upside down. My wife is busy with her TikTok and Insta Reels, and I'm doing this stuff. My Gen Z son and millennial daughter are wondering, what's up with these parents? Why can't we just have regular parents, right? So they're wondering with this dad, why can't he just be a regular dad? Go to work, come back, watch TV, and yell at the TV. So I'm just kidding. They're pretty supportive. But my wife, on the other hand, she saw my first video and said, too aggressive, too confrontational. So she's this kind and empathetic person. So I understand, what she was talking about. But I told her that's my persona. It's my comedy persona. So I got to do what I have to do. And my friends and family understand, they know me. And I'm not what I showed yesterday. Might be a little worse than that. But my wife, we've been married 30 years. So, I'm an acquired taste. Takes a while to get used to it. So talking about acquired taste, and I landed in the US 30 years ago. This country is all about acquired taste, Coming in from India, it's like totally different land. Culture, completely 180-degree opposite. So we heard about how Americans are, their world geography is not that great. So one of the best examples I found was within a few years of landing here, I got involved and excited about American football, the one that they play with the helmets on, and I became a fan, right? And I watched Super Bowl. Super Bowl, for those who don't know, is a game once a year played between after the finals of the football championship. It's played between two American cities, Chicago or New York, Detroit or Atlanta, and that when you win the Super Bowl, they call themselves the world champions. So that didn't sit well with me, because what is a world champion? You got to play somebody else in the world. So, I kept arguing with my American friends, come on, man, this is not a world championship. But, I got tired of arguing and I gave in, It's like, that's just 30 years ago, right? Maybe a little bit has changed now. So in those days, what did America know about India? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot, right? They knew about Taj Mahal, they knew about Mahatma Gandhi, and they knew about snake charmers from India. So, I've never seen a snake charmer in India, but that's the general vibe, right? And fast forward a few years later, still Taj Mahal, Mahatma Gandhi, and now it was tech centers and tech support and call centers. So snake charmers got replaced by tech support people. This is the progression, right? What India meant in the US. And fast forward a few more years, now we had yoga. Now we had all these yoga places everywhere. Yoga here, yoga there, yoga pants everywhere. And everybody, it seemed like in America, was into yoga. And I go to India and nobody knows anything about yoga there. So look at this whole different, this dichotomy of things, right? India, the place where yoga came from, nobody I knew was doing yoga 10 years ago. So about a few months ago, my wife and I, we decided to go to this yoga class. This is a group yoga class. So we said, okay, let's go. It's a great place. It's in a beautiful garden. It's a Michigan summer and it's beautiful weather. So we sit outside and do this. And once I decided to go, then I started thinking, well, it was going to be a joke, right? Because my wife and I, we have no yoga experience. And these two Indians go into this group and we're going to put India to shame by being the least knowledgeable people of yoga, right? So, but anyway, we went there and it was not, it wasn't a whole bunch of, there's a few people who were really into it, but the rest were just regular folks. So, but the, instructor looked at us, he didn't know, what level of yoga we had. And within a few minutes, he figured out, these are a bunch of Americans here. So that day, we felt like less of an Indian, So this contrast between India and the US, American way of life, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of comedy in what goes on here, what goes on in India. So this is my plan to bring to you different things that go on here and what happens in India. And Indian Americans, we are a crazy bunch over here in this country. We neither fit in India nor in the US. So we're constantly figuring out who we are. Okay, with that, this is the end of today's material. And I'm excited to continue to give you material. If it doesn't work, I'll listen to my kids and go sit on the couch and yell at the TV. Take care, guys.